This conference will now be recorded.
So, good evening, everyone. Let me ask you in a previous class, that is yesterday's class, I was explaining about the financial functions, isn't it? So, we have done with future value, present value, rate of interest, number of periods, this we have done. And I also showed you how to calculate if you are paying any termly payment, right? Any termly payment if you are doing, how to calculate, this was also been explained. So that means I've explained how to find annually payment, how to find the quarterly payment, how to find the monthly payment. So in case if anybody has a doubt in this, you can ask me, because today I'll be continuing with the same topic with an advanced formulas. So I don't want anyone to get in stuck with somewhere else. So that is what I'm asking you. If anybody has a doubt, please let me know. See, if you can't respond, put it in a chat box. Saying that no doubts. Okay. If you have a doubt, just say we have a doubt. Okay. Because no one is responding me. At least you can put it in a chat box. Okay. Leah says she has no doubt. Any others? Others? No doubts, ma'am. Bhavika, fine. No, ma'am. Brinda, Fatima. Clear. So at least I got some five response from all of you side. Okay. So let me continue the same thing here. Now see, we have made a yearly payment calculation. If I pay a EMI, that is equal installment, yearly once, in a year only once, how to calculate? If I pay quarterly once, how to pay? If I pay monthly, how to pay? That is how much to pay. So I said you all to try with this monthly term. Have you all tried this? Have you all tried this? Yes, no? Make it fast. Response me. If you tried, yes or else no. Please reply me fast. Why are you not responding? You people are nowadays. No one is interacting also. No, ma'am, haven't tried completely. Okay, Brinda. At least do you have an idea how to do this? No, ma'am. Fine. Let me explain you, then I'll continue next. Okay. So I have taken a loan of 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs loan is been taken to purchase something. Okay, car, vehicle, or you can say some fixed assets. To purchase this, I've taken a loan. So the loan was received. So I told you in a beginning class, see, in case if you are receiving a money, we will add it. When we are paying it, we will use a minus sign. Received is plus, paid is minus. Next one. So in the same term, now loan year is been received. So we will treat it as plus value. Then on this loan, I will be paying 15% interest, and every month I have to pay a EMI. Monthly term every month. EMI I'll be paying this. So how many years I have to pay this EMI? For 5 years. Okay, so we said that I said like if there is no information is given, so we will consider it as a zero value. So in the future, how much I will receive or what will be the money value, that I don't know. So I'm keeping here as no. So PMT, that is payment. In terms of payment, how much I have to pay. So here, how many months? This 15% I have. Let me clear this so that you will be able to do this later on. Okay. Now this 15% is per annum. For 1 year, the rate of interest is 15%. Right? So now what I'm doing, I'm paying this EMI, equal installment. I'm paying this for 12 months. 12 months, that means 15% is for 1 year, then for 12 months, that is every month. Okay, excuse me. So I'll give here as 1 year is equals to 12 months. So per year is 15%. So what is the rate of interest for? Rate of interest. What is the rate of interest per month? This I need to find. Okay, 15% is for 12 months. So 1 year is 12 months. Rate of interest for per month I need to find. So what I will be doing here is, if the rate of interest 15% is per annum divided by 12 months. So I'll get to know every month what is the interest. So rate per month, I'll come to know. Okay. So 5 years I'm making the payment. 5 years is a constant month, which means I have to pay for 5 years. So in a month, how many payments I do? Right? We make a payment for 5 years. So in 1 year, in 1 year, I pay 12 times. 12 times we are making a payment. Payment is made, right? So each month I need to find each month, each month how much I need to pay. To do this, what I will do, I have how much is a tenure period? 5 years. So 1 year, 12 months. So 1 year, 12 times payment is made. In that case, 5 year is 5 into 12. This is what we are going to do. So we will find how much EMI we have to find, equals to PMT. I'll open a bracket. My rate of interest is what? 15%. 15% is for per annum, but I need to find what? 12 months, right? So divided by 12 months, comma, you can see here I've given this. Then what is my number of periods required? Number of periods required is 5 years. 5 years. So in this, 12 months. 12 months, 5 into 12. So 1 year, 12 times I'm paying. In 5 years, how many times I'm paying? Comma, my present value. So today's value, how much money I have earned or received. So what here? 3 lakh is been received. So received is plus. If I am paying a money, then it is minus. Then I'll select this. So now it has been received. So directly 3 lakhs. I have no information in what is the future value. So 0, comma. Then end of the period, what will be my loan amount? That is every month, how much I'll be paying. So every month I need to pay a value of 7,136 rupees. Any value, if you find within a bracket or with the minus sign, it says that it is a negative value. Why negative value? This is the amount which you are paying. Paying will become a minus, receiving will become a plus. So you are paying, that is your cash balance is getting reduced here. So we have a minus sign. Is that clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Now I want you all to try with this. based on a monthly term and give me an answer. Make it fast. I'll give you 2 minutes. Make it fast. Calculate and give me an answer. Have you all done? Any doubts? What was your answer you got? What is the answer you're getting? Okay. And there is someone who is always having this waiting for name. I'm not able to mark the attendance for this person. I don't know who is this. See, I don't want to see this again because every day when I check your attendance because of your login list, I find only this name. Waiting for name. I don't know who is this. So don't ask me if you have any attendance issues, anything, because I'm not marking for this person. Waiting for name. Clearly, I'm saying you because when I don't recognize, how will I mark the attendance? Is it fine? Okay. What was your answer? Please respond me. Minus 265714. Yeah, fine. Let's check this. Cross check. I'll go here equals to PMT. So have a 12%. 12% is per annum. 12% divided by 12 months, comma. Then number of periods is 3. 3 years into 12 months, comma. Then I have your present value, that is plus, comma. My future value is 0 because no information. End of the period. So I'm choosing here end of the period, excuse me, as 0. Then I'll close the bracket, then enter. Yes, exactly. 2657.14. Okay. Now, using the same example, we'll try the another one. Now, what we are going to do here is, okay, I do pay here the loan, right? I do pay the loan of this money. This is the money which I am paying here. Now, what is my requirement here is If I pay this money every month, if I'm paying this money every month, end of the third year, that is, end of the third year, the last month after I pay, my balance becomes zero. Now, what I have to see here is the running loan balance amount. Every time I pay, the amount must get deducted. Thus, I have to see how much interest I have paid, how much is my actual loan is been deducted. This is what I want to know. So, we will calculate this and check. PMT. I'm using the same function here, so you don't have to worry. If any doubts, you can ask me. So 12% divided by 12, and in terms of 3 years into 12 months, then present value. I have no information for future value. End of the period, close the bracket, enter. So this is my loan amount. Now what I have to do is I have to find the term payment. Every month after I pay the EMI, whether my loan amount is reducing. If it is reducing, then how it is reducing. End of all the month, what will be my loan amount? Every month when I pay loan, how it is getting, the loan is getting deducted, how much interest is being paid at the end of the third year when I pay my last installment. Now my balance must become zero. This is what we are finding here. Is it clear to everyone? Now look here, I take here as month, that is periods, how much I am paying here, right? So 3 years means how many months we have? How many months we have? 1 to 36 months. That is, you can multiply and check, equals to, that is 3 into 12. So, sorry, I have some function here, I think, equals to 3 years into 12 months, that is 36 months. So I'll give here 36 period. 1, 2, I'll expand this till the 36. 36 month. Now, what is my opening balance? That is my loan amount, how much I've taken after paying all the loan amount every month. What is the next month opening balance of my loan amount? This I need to check. So, opening loan amount. This is my next one. Now, in this loan amount, how much EMI is being paid? So, I take here as PMT. That is my EMI. EMI paid. Next one. If I'm paying this EMI, what is the interest in this? Okay, interest paid, only interest paid, there is no including amount. Then what else I have to find? So EMI, when I say this EMI, this is my EMI, 2,657 rupees I have to pay. This is a combination of this interest. This EMI is a combination of my actual amount what I have to pay plus interest. So I am finding here interest. I need to know what is the actual money which is being paid. So I take here as actual loan amount paid. Only actual. So there is no inclusive of interest. Then what is my closing loan amount? This is what I will be doing. If anybody has a doubt in this concept, you can ask me. I just make this from here to this column. I'll select Control A till the 36 month I get. Then I apply all borders. Then there is no space adjusted. So I go here with the format auto fit the column. It automatically it will adjust based on the space which it is required. That is based on my heading. Done. So I'll just mark this with the color. Okay. Opening balance. What was my loan amount? 8 lakhs. So I give here equals to, take this 8 lakhs, and so my opening loan amount, that is 80,000 was my loan amount which I have taken. Now what is my EMI? It is again equals to this EMI money I'll take. But what is my requirement here is I don't want EMI money with the minus sign. Without minus sign we have to do. So I'll tell you with the two methods. Usually in mathematical terms, we say plus into minus, minus into minus, plus into plus the same time. We are going to try. So minus into minus becomes a plus. Plus into plus becomes a plus. When two signs are different, minus and plus or plus and minus, then it becomes a negative value. Here I'm using the same thing, equals to minus minus with this value. So I get a plus, this one. But I don't want to use this mathematical terms. Let me use the same condition or the functions which is available in my uh, Excel itself. So we have a function abs, that is absolute reference, absolute value of a number without its sign. You can see here, it returns the absolute value of my number, a number without its sign. So I'm taking here abs, open a bracket, select your value and close the bracket. But I have to explain you one more thing. One more thing, that is the concept of absolute reference and relative reference. So first let me give you a relative reference. Before we proceed, we have to understand what is relative reference and what is absolute reference. Now, when we have some product, say randomly I'm taking here. So I have a product, So let me take product A, product B, product C, product D, product E. 5 is enough. Now I have a cost price, or say example, I have a units, or you can take quantity. I have a quantity, then I have a rate. I need to find the total amount. I just give you random numbers. So I have your quantity, rate, and amount I need to find. Then I select this, change, and give all borders. Now what we will do, we will multiply. This is what I'm going to do. Equals to 10 into 5. Enter. Then I will drag this. So automatically with the respective cells, it is getting multiplied. Okay. I press enter. The next step what I do is, let me take the same product and okay, I'll take the same product, put it over here. I have a amount. Let me take it as amount. I'll just give some random values: 4,100, 5,220, 6,300, 7,520, 9,531. So okay, 30 I'll give because I want it like this. Now I am giving a offer with a discount. So discount I'm giving here as 5%. Discount is 5%. Now I want to know what is the discount amount. Discount amount. In this, what is my requirement here is, I need to find discount amount. Only discount amount, not the amount after discount. Okay. So what I'll do, equals to 4,100 into 5%, enter. Now I can drag this. See what I'm getting. I'm not getting a values here. And there is some other values, more value. I am not getting the exact discount amount. See what happened when I have calculated here 10 into 5, that is the cell what I have selected as C5 and D5. When I drag this respectively, it is moving for the next cell. It is moving for the next cell. So when it has to move, I'm not locking any one cell also. When I drag this, automatically it is moving. Here you see, I have taken what? 5%. But when I go for this, instead of 5%, the cell is coming down. Can you see this? Because it is coming one below the other. When we drag it, is this is what happens. So what I'm going to do here is I'll delete this. So I want what? Discount amount only. For this 5% is a fixed one for all the products on all this thing. So what I'll do is equals to, I'll select the amount into 5%. So 5% is in a cell J2. Now what I have to do, I have to lock the cell that when I drag this cell should not come down. It should not come down right or left. Nothing has to happen. It must be in the same place wherever I apply a function, wherever I drag it. Okay. So what I will do after selecting this J2, I'll use F4. I just press F4. As soon as I press F4, you will get a dollar sign. J2 is coming with a dollar sign. J and 2. Before J, you have a dollar sign. Before 2 also you have a dollar sign. That means this cell has been locked. So now what I do, I drag this. When I drag this, see here, this 4100, that is J5, is not been fixed, whereas 5% has been fixed. I'll click here. Now see, it comes down. This one which I didn't fix, the cell is coming down when I drag it. But this 5% remains in the same place. So this method of locking a cell, we call it as absolute reference. We call it as absolute reference. Okay. Now using this method only, I'm going to define here. I want this I want this EMI amount, but EMI amount is repeated. It is constant, same for all the 36 months. So what I will do, because when I drag this cell will come down. I don't want this to come down. So what I'm using here, F4. I'll press F4. It has been locked. So this is done. Now I'll just double click. All my loan amount is the same thing. I see here, after doing this, after fixing this F4, what I am doing, I'll go on this. You know this, there is a dot, your plus sign will also change. Just double click when your plus sign changes. It will apply till the end of your table, till the end of the table. Done. Now, what is my interest amount? So, my EMI amount, I already told you that my EMI amount is actual amount with interest. What EMI am paying? EMI paid is actual money with your interest money. Now what I want to know, only interest money. Only interest money. So how to find this? I cannot divide here. I don't know how to separate it. But where this actual interest has been calculated? Interest is calculated with this loan amount. So loan amount, opening loan amount what I have, this into what is my rate of interest? 12%. So this is 12% I have to calculate. But this 12% is for what? It is for per annum. So we will divide this with 12 months. This is what I'm doing. So 12% have. This is what we are doing, right? When we calculated a monthly terms, here also what we did. 12 months only, right? The same thing here also. Interest is per month, how much it is. Overall interest I can find, but what is the interest per month? This I need to find. So equals to my opening loan amount 80,000 into 12%. Again, this 12% is fixed for all the months. So what I do, I fix this F4, then divide it with 12 months, comma, sorry, no comma, just press enter. So 800 rupees. Next one, actual loan amount. Actual loan amount, what has been paid. So I need to find what? Actual loan amount. Okay, so what I have to do here is actual loan amount. If I have to find, I must have this. See here, I have already actual amount with interest, and I know what is interest also. So what I'm going to do is from this EMI amount, from what EMI I'm paying here, right? In this minus, I have to minus the interest paid. So then I'll come to know. So equals to, if this is my EMI amount, minus 800. Why I'm not fixing this? Because irrespectively for next cell it has to extend. So because it has to extend, I'm not fixing this. What I am doing here is I'll just press enter because I have to drag this to the respective opening balance, and with the EMI it has to calculate. Next one, my closing balance. Closing balance means the loan amount. I only need the closing amount without interest. Okay. So how much still pending amount? Only pending amount. Closing balance means pending amount. Pending amount yet to be paid. Then I have pending amount yet to be paid, which means without interest. Without interest. Now what I am going to do? Without interest, I have an actual amount, my loan amount. So we will do this equals to 8 lakh minus my actual loan money paid, enter. So this is what is my loan amount, closing loan amount. So this is my first month closing balance after I pay the EMI. This is my first month closing balance. This closing balance becomes my next month opening balance. Then you can ask me, ma'am, should we have to do for all the 36 months? Not required. You just go here, double click, because we just gave a equals and applied, so automatically it will do because we didn't fix the cell. Again here also double click, here also double click. Why I'm getting this zero? Because my opening balance I do not have. When I have the closing balance only, then I'll get the opening balance. Now see, it has been done. See, end of the month you must get zero, and see here your interest is also getting deducted. Can you find this? Interest is also getting deducted. So I want everyone to try this. Okay, try this. I'll show the formulas also for you what I have done, so you can look into this and try to do this. I'll give you 5 minutes, try this, and let me know once it is done. Okay. Someone has asked us a question. Ma'am, can you repeat the EMI paid? Okay, look here, ma, once. I'll show you. Okay, if I remove this, all my values will get removed, but don't panic, you will get it. Okay, now I have this values. I'll just show formula, I'll remove this. Now see, all my EMIs are zero because there is no values here, right? Equals to, that is PMT, equals to, after this, PMT, open a bracket. Now rate of interest is 12% divided by 12 months. So 12% is for per annum. For 1 month, how many percentage? So 12 months, comma. Number of periods, 3 years. For 3 years, that is 12 months. How many termly payment? 3 into 12 months. Then comma. Then I have a present value. Present value is 80,000, which has been received, so no minus sign. Future value, no information, 0. End of the period, close the bracket, enter. You get this EMI. I need this same EMI without a minus sign here. So what I will do, I'll click here. Okay, what I'll do, equals to, I'm using a function absolute, select the cell. After selecting, press F4, close the bracket, enter. So you will get all the values. That means you will get to in one cell. Just double click here, you will get the values. Okay, once you get the values, then you can apply this calculation. You can see the formulas here. If any doubts, whichever the cell you want me to show, you can ask me, because I'm not checking a chat box here. I'm keeping the screen on. If you have to say something, please give me a voice. Okay, Sri Raksha, is it clear? Can you be able to do now? I think Sri Raksha voice I didn't get. You turn on your mic, but I didn't hear anything. Put a chat box, ma. I'll check after 2 minutes. I'll open this. I'll show you the formulas. Now you can keep doing it. After 2 minutes, I'll again get back to the screen so that I can see your conversation. Right? Have you all done this? I have one more chat. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Oops, this was a previous one. Sri Raksha, what happened, ma? Did you do it? Any doubts? Yes, ma'am, I got. Okay, fine. So here ends our financial functions, and I'll have to start with the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, right? We will do a VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, and most important thing, I'll only like explaining you the VLOOKUP concept. You will have a similar things to be done with your HLOOKUP. I'll show you one method. So only VLOOKUP will be explained. HLOOKUP will be your task to practice yourself. Okay. I'll also give you the set of problems. Okay, let me ask you, are you all practicing the papers which I have shared you? The Excel sheet, all practice one, practice two, which I have shared, I think some five practice paper I have shared. Did you all try this? At least one, two, three, something? Yes, Vrinda has tried. Next, Leah, good. Only two have tried. Very bad, yeah. If you people don't practice, then what is the use of me sharing you all this practice paper? Okay, Kanak is also practicing. So only three. So then I'll only share the remaining part of the practice paper only for these three people. Individually, I'll share on a WhatsApp, not to everyone. Clear? Okay. Let me go for this Excel file. Now we are going to do a VLOOKUP. So let me check some of my files and copy paste it over here. Okay. See, I have to download the file from my login, that is my Gmail. So I'm just stopping the share. I'll reshare once again. Okay. Let me turn on this. I have just taken a download of my file. I'll be explaining you this. Before I explain you about this VLOOKUP, okay, VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP, there are some pre-requests. So pre-request in the sense we have some condition before I apply any VLOOKUP functions. So what should I do? First thing, whenever you have some data, right? Whenever you have some data, you have to make sure that there is no data is been repeated. But what happens if you have any sales data, say sales data in the sense a product name will be repeated, if it is a school details, if it is a college details, in the same name there will be a more many people, right? In the same name there will be a many people. So what I have to do is, when there are many people, we will be having something called as I'll be having something which is unique, which will be unique. So the what will be the unique values? Every student will have their individual identity number, that is your college registration number, right? You will have a college registration number. So based on that, or I can also say your register number, you will be having roll number, which will be unique. So based on a unique values, based on duplicate values, that is repeated values, how to apply this function, this is what we are going to see. So first condition is my data should not have any repetition. No repetition of anything. Okay, so if there is a repetition, if any data is repeated, if any data is repeated, you must have a data. That means your data, where what you have typed must be, your data must be in the table format. It must be in table format. Okay, this is the second condition. Or if you are not able to create a table, at least instead you can also do one thing. You can define name for table, or you can also use absolute reference. So this one by one, all the method I'll be explaining you. So you can use absolute reference. And the third condition, no merge cell in between. Do you know what is merge cell? Can anyone say this? No merge cell anywhere. Okay, no merge cell in a table. Right? These are your condition. Now, before I start explaining about this VLOOKUP, I want everyone to update this table in your data so that I can start. We can try both of them, can try simultaneously because it's a bit complicated things I'll be doing here. Might be you have to learn step by step. So make sure you type this data. I'll give you some 2-3 minutes. Make it fast. Then we will continue. Have you all updated? We are not able to see the screen. Uh, Sri Raksha, only you are not able to see, or what about the others? Others can see. Please respond me because she has responded that she cannot see. Please, someone tell me whether you are able to see the screen. Please respond, yeah. Yes, ma'am, we can. Okay, Vrinda says she can. So, Sri Raksha, please check with your network, ma. And what about this? Did you all type this data entry, which I have showed you the table? Response now, yes, no, say something fast. Okay, do it fast. Sorry. The screen is visible. Ma'am, could you display the data? I have done no, ma. It is displayed right. What about others? Are you still typing? Yes, yes, ma'am, it is visible now. Oh my god. So you have to start typing now, Vrinda. Okay, better not to waste the time. I'll start this, then you can do it. Okay, Vrinda, you can do it later because I'll start the section. Okay, Vrinda is also done. Clear. So I'll start this. Now, let me explain you in which situation this happens where I can apply this VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So, first of all, these are the condition which is applied for VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Fine. When to use this VLOOKUP and when to use my HLOOKUP. Now, whenever you have a data entry, the names, name of a product, city, sales, everything's one below the other in a vertical format I have updated. That means when you have a data in vertical format, right? Vertical format, you will be using VLOOKUP. At the same time, if you have a data in horizontal format, in a horizontal format, then we use HLOOKUP. How to identify this VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP? That is what is your thing which you have to do. So I have a data entry in a vertical format. I will be using this VLOOKUP. At the same time, I have already explained in this thing, copy paste printing format. I copy this After copying, I'll just scroll to this. Then I paste it here as transpose. If you have a data in an horizontal format, you will be using HLOOKUP. This is what is the condition. Clear. Now I have a data in an horizontal format. What I have to do here is, see, before I start the function, I'll explain you this VLOOKUP function first. Here in VLOOKUP. So this one, I said that there is no repetition. If there is a repetition, data must be in a table format, or you can create it in an absolute reference, or you can give a name. This is what I said. And I also said that there must be no merge cell in a table. And there is very important condition is, VLOOKUP will always look for the value from the left side of the table. First thing, from the left side of the table. Second condition is, it will give you the information. If you are not creating as a table and you have not defined with a name, then it will give you the value based on an ascending order. That means your data must be arranged in an ascending order. You can read this. It says that looks for the value from the, that is in the leftmost column of a table, which means from the left side it will look for the information, that is what we are searching for. Then and then returns a value in a same row where I am specifying, in whichever the column I am specifying. Then, by default, the table must be sorted in an ascending order. If it is not in ascending order, then it will automatically randomly pick whichever it is ascending order. Ascending order means 0 to more, 0 to 100, 0 to 10, or A to Z. Now, say if I want to know what is the sales that is being made by Tanvir. Okay, I'll take here as David. I want to know the sales which is made by David. Now when I search this from this table, it will not give me the sales what it is, 54. But in this column, which is the lowest one, 32. So it will give me an output as 32. So this I don't want. So that is what, instead of taking this into ascending order, I'll create this as a table format. Okay, one method, each and everything we will try to do. Today I'll only cover the basic things, okay, so that you can practice it. So in from the next class we will go with the all the advanced concept with the VLOOKUP. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now what I want to find is, see, this is a small data. If I say who is this 1006, I'll know. Who is this 1001, I will come to know. But what if you are working in a company? You're working in a company. Every company will have their individual software to maintain their records for sales, purchase, accounting, or for HR department. Also, they'll use their for payroll one software. Even the colleges will have college website in order to make their entries. Now, if I need to know some details of my college, say some university details, I will download. When I download, there is not one person or two-person in this list. We will have lakhs of people from the university, but I want to find a particular person's details. Say example, I need to find Sagar's detail. But when I take here as a Sagar, what happens? There is not only one person in the name of Sagar I will be finding. I'll have lot of people. So we have a two conditions here. So if I have to find, we will have true value and false value matching conditions. So I'll explain you this what is true value, when to use and when to use the false value. Okay, so from this large sources of data where I have millions of information, say I have 10 lakhs of students. From this 10 lakhs I want only one particular student's information. So that how will I extract it? When they have, when I have a repeated names, repeated details, but only that unique things I need to find, how to use this. So this is what we are going to do with the VLOOKUP. So what I'm doing here is, I'll copy this. I just copied this heading and I've given. Say example, I have a ID number. So I'll give here as 1008. 1008 I'm giving here. Now what is my requirement is for this 1008, who is the salesman, who is the product, what is the product, what is the city, what is the sales. This is what I want to identify. So what I'm going to do here is equals to B lookup. B lookup, my lookup value. What I need to find? A salesman related to this ID. So my lookup value is to this ID. I need to find who is the salesman. So I've selected the cell, give a comma. It says table array. Where is my table? So this is my table, isn't it? This is my table. I have to select this entire table. Okay, I have a name. Better I'll delete, then I can explain it clearly. I'll go for formulas, name manager. Okay, so many I have. Anyone wants to ask something? Rita, Tanu, you have something to ask? What I'm doing is equals to the lookup, my lookup value. I'm looking the details that is related to the salesman ID. I select the salesman ID, comma. My table array. Where is my table? This is the table where I have a data. So I will select this. I will select this table. So table array, entire table with your headings you have to select. Then comma. What is my column index number? So column, which is the first column? A is the first column, B is the second column, C is the third column, D is the fourth column, E is the like this. These are the columns. But we are not starting from A. From my table, the table which I have selected. See here, this from the table which I have selected. In this table, which is my first column, salesman ID is the first column. Salesman is in the second column, product is in third column, city is in fourth, and sales is in fifth. Now what output I need? I need a salesman. Who is the salesman? So salesman is in first one, salesman ID is in first one, salesman is in second one. I need an information of salesman. So that is second one. Two, comma. Then what else I have? I have here true match and approximate match. I'll be selecting here as that is false match. That is exact match. False, which I need exact match. I can type as false or I can select this false, close the bracket, enter. Now, here comes a question when to use this false and when to use true, right? We have this question now. When I have a data, say example, when I have a data, see, let me take you with an example itself. We have a scores for your exam. So I say here, if any person who is scoring 0 to 35 will be fail, any subject. And I also say if you're scoring more than 35 to what? 100, I say you're as pass. So there is no student who is scoring only 0, only 35 or only 100. Alright? So your score, that is the student may score any number of score. So this, when I say any number of score, the score is between something range. Okay, student will score any number of scores. Now, when I say any number of scores, it might be 1, it might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 5, it might be 100, it might be 70, it might be 90, or any numbers. So, when there is a values, when there is a values, right? When there is a values, what did I do here? Okay. When the score is something between a range. Okay, so when the score is something between the range, we use here approximate because we don't know where the value is. Approximately, the student is scoring something 0 to 100, so it can be less than 35, it can be more than 35. So when the student is scoring, score is between the range. So what I do here is we use here false. I mean, sorry, true value, that is approximately something. Okay, so approximately some information. I have the options here. So this is when we have a approximate match. When I will use this false condition in that case, so when you have any value, then you have any value that is equals to the same value, same information, then what you will do, you will use false. So say example, I said, when I gave you an example, there will be many people in the name of Sagar. Yes, we agree. But what about this ID number? ID number is something unique, right? For one person, one number only will be given. For one person, only one register number will be there. There won't be the same register number given for some other student, some other candidate, or same product ID. You place an order through the online, Amazon, Flipkart, you get the order ID. So this order ID is unique only for that particular product, for your order placed. So this, when you have a unique values and there is no other match found, I want the exact information for that unique value itself. That is only unique value. Okay. When you have only unique values, in that case, we will be using this option as false. Unique values and no other things will be there. Say example, your register number. I can give you register number, product ID, right? Every product will have an ID when you search in some Google and all. So, or if you order also, that product code will be there. If you see in your Insta Reels also, there will be too many advertisement. So they'll give you DM for this using this order number. Something will be there, code number. So that is product ID, unique things. You have a order ID for your order placed, and I can also say you that other your other number, this is also an individual person's ID number. So like this, when there is no such repetition, say example designation, student, whether there are 100 students, 300 students, all are students only. Teachers, there are too many teachers teaching different subjects, but all are teachers only. So this kind of things is something which will have a same information. Then we use here false. That is exact information. Is it clear now? If anybody has a doubt, please put it in our chat box. So no doubts. I can consider as no doubts. Good. So if I still continue this VLOOKUP, I may not be able to cover this. So let me do in a next section, right? Next section might be tomorrow. I won't be repeating the sales details. I mean, not the VLOOKUP, but still, I'll tell you what it is. So if any doubts in today's topic, please ask me. Any doubts in today's topic, please ask me. Please put a message fast. Yes, you have a doubt. No doubt. Say something. parts. Yeah. No. Good. So I stop the topics here. Now, what is